Welcome to PlayStation News, Rumours and Leaks. We have lots to discuss in the video today about the Insomniac Games leak. Here is everything we know so far about the biggest game studio hack of all time. Over a week ago, it was reported that Insomniac Games has been hacked by a ransomware group, Rhysida. The group were threatening to release sensitive data on the Sony-owned Marvel's Spider-Man 2 developer. According to Cyber Daily, the group then went on to provide proof of hack data that features annotated screenshots from Marvel's Wolverine game, alongside artwork that could potentially confirm the appearance of other Marvel characters in the upcoming title. In addition, it was also reported that employee data was stolen in the hack, including passport scans, data contained within HR files, internal emails, and confidential documents. The ransomware group then went on to host an auction for the stolen data with a starting price of 50 bitcoins, which is around about $2 million. They also threatened to make the data public by publishing it online. The ransomware group's advert went on to say, within just 7 days on the clock, seize the opportunity to bid on exclusive, unique, and impressive data. Open your wallets and be ready to buy exclusive data. We sell only to one hand, no reselling. You will be the only owner. Marvel's Wolverine was being developed for the PS5 and didn't at the time have a release date, but it has been suggested that the game wasn't going to make it out until after 2024 anyway. Now, Insomniac Games and Sony chose not to pay the ransom for their data. In fact, Sony was investigating the hack. However, at this stage, we didn't really hear from them. The only thing we heard from Insomniac was that they were delaying the release of their updates for Spider-Man 2. Insomniac released a statement about their Spider-Man 2 updates, which we were to get a release date of in early 2024. Speculation starting to mount connecting the Spider-Man 2 updates delay to the recent hack. And since Sony and Insomniac didn't pay the ransom, we then started to see more and more data leak online. We learned more about some of the games that Insomniac were working on at the time of the hack. The ransomware attack on Insomniac Games revealed documents that hinted at the Sony-owned developer is working on a Spider-Verse game, while images of Marvel's Wolverine were leaked in the cyber attack. It also emerged that details of 3 unannounced projects were also leaked at the time, including a new Ratchet and Clank game, a new Marvel's Spider-Man 3 game, and a new Spider-Verse project, possibly an online multiplayer game or something else related to a Sony Pictures movie, and coinciding with the movie, a Spider-Verse game. Spider-Verse projects, reportedly a multiplayer project that Insomniac Games had been working on for a number of years now, but nothing has been confirmed. Rhysida, the group that hacked Insomniac Games, did threaten to publish the stolen data within 7 days if their demands were not met. The demands were not met, and the data has since been leaked. Following the aftermath of the data leak, more and more information about Insomniac Games has been coming to light. Insomniac Games has seen over 1.3 million stolen files distributed online after it was hacked by the group Rhysida. The group had previously threatened to leak the data if it wasn't paid, with the files containing everything from personal data to upcoming software. The hacker group posted 1.6 terabytes worth of data on Insomniac Games, and that's over 1.3 million files. We know that 98% of the data obtained in the hack was leaked online, with the group claiming that someone or another party had purchased a small amount of data and the rest of it was then leaked online. So who is this anonymous person or anonymous group that's purchased a small amount of data from the ransomware group? Among the files leaked was information and assets on Marvel's Wolverine, as well as publishing agreements with Marvel that leaves the way open for future games. We also saw game footage of Wolverine being leaked online, and bear in mind this is pre-alpha stage footage that is available online. Leaked concept art, personal information of employees, passport data, employee forms, and internal chat logs were all leaked across different platforms. People have already started downloading and sifting through the leaked files, including a publishing deal between Marvel and Sony. The stolen documents include information on unannounced future games stretching as far as 10 years from now. I think it was 2035s. So we're talking about 12 years time from now. Despite all of this information leaking from Insomniac Games, the only thing Sony has done last week is that they acknowledged the fact that Insomniac Games has been the victim of a cyber attack. They're keeping really quiet right now about everything. They did go on to say, this is from Sony, "We are currently investigating this situation. We have no reason to believe that any other SIE or Sony divisions have been impacted." Files from the leak have spread like wildfire across the internet, including Reddit and other social media platforms. Literally every outlet on social media is reporting on this leak. We learned that Insomniac Games had a product schedule for the company until 2035, which lists upcoming game launches including unannounced multiplayer projects. So we know that there's a new Ratchet and Clank game, future Spider-Man games including a Spider-Verse online game, spin-off plans from other X-Men games after Wolverine, and also new IP for the studio. The hack and leak is unprecedented. The leak includes releasing information on game budgets, sales forecasts, and revenue sharing plans for the studio's lucrative Marvel's licensing deal. We also learned from the hack that files show Insomniac sketching out the possibility of splitting Spider-Man 3, the single-player game, into 3 multiple parts. The idea was to release separate Spider-Man DLCs over concurrent years to bump up revenue. So the original game would come out, followed by 3 Spider-Man 3 DLCs over the next 2 or 3 years. This is also leaked along with detailed costs and predicted sales for Spider-Man 3. The plotline of Wolverine has also leaked, showing gameplay footage available on PC to download, with details of the game's full plot and ending visible many years before its release. Now bear in mind this is pre-alpha footage, but it's available. It's available there online for people to go and have a look at. Whether Insomniac Games changes the storyline over the years or months ahead is anyone's guess, but if they do go back and redevelop part of the game, that's going to add more development time, meaning the game's release date will be pushed back beyond 2025, if indeed 2025 was ever in contention for a release. In another set of slides, an internal Sony document on the games industry discusses Microsoft's now completed acquisition of Activision Blizzard, although the validity of these slides is questionable, as several fake documents have been claimed from the leak. This is people coming out with bullshit and just throwing it in the mix and coming up with all kinds of stories. So just be careful of what is actually fake and what is real from the leak. The level of hack and leak data is indeed unprecedented. It's never happened before on this scale. I believe it's bigger than the recent GTA 6 and Capcom hacks. Guys, if you like the video so far or find the video interesting or informative, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. That really helps out the video a great deal. If you want to support me as a content creator, consider dropping me a super sticker or a super thanks. They support me directly as a content creator. If you want to go even further, go that extra mile and help grow this gaming community, then consider becoming a channel member. I'll leave a link down below in the description on becoming a channel member. Be sure to check that out. Another fascinating piece of information to come out from the recent hack has revealed that sales of Sony's first-party exclusives are negatively impacted by PlayStation Plus. So first-party game sales negatively impacted by them going into a subscription service. Maybe Microsoft take note. Sony continues to strongly oppose the idea of releasing first-party games on subscription services, while Microsoft insists that Xbox Game Pass benefits from first-party game launches. In a leaked Sony presentation, the company declares that including first-party games on PS Plus has had a big effect on traditional sales. As an example, the company mentioned that Horizon Forbidden West sales flatlined immediately after being added to PlayStation Plus. In year one, Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West were comparable, very close. This is what the presentation reads. Horizon Forbidden West included into PS Plus at the start of year 2. It saw an enormous influx of PS Plus players in year 2, but at the cost of flatlining the game activations from retail sales. So meaning that in year 2, their sales flatlined because the game went into a subscription service. The subscription service players had an influx, but actually sales declined or flatlined, so they didn't increase in sales. The damning sales illustration is hosted on the Reset Era platform, which I'm not going to put up on my video or the channel. As of 2023, Horizon Forbidden West had sold more than 8 million copies on PS5 and PS4, whereas Horizon Zero Dawn had sold over 24 million units as of the same date, but they also include PC sales. Interestingly, the leak reveals that Insomniac requested Sony to hold off included Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart in PS Plus until at least 2023. The studio wanted one more opportunity to include a retail sales cycle for the game. We've also seen some embarrassing fake reports emerge that Rift Apart made a loss for Sony. Again, just be careful, guys. There's loads of bullshit flying around and fake news, but definitely confirmed fake reports emerged that Rift Apart made a loss. Actually, the leak revealed that the game was in fact very profitable for Sony PlayStation and for Insomniac Games. The hack also revealed that the studio was working on a Spider-Man multiplayer game. Now, the studio previously confirmed that it was working on a multiplayer game while hiring for the project, but it never really revealed it. There's some confusion surrounding the game's current status though, because this multiplayer game was billed as Spider-Man meets GTA Online in an internal presentation. Insomniac planned to launch this game in 2026, but a leaked roadmap for the studio's upcoming projects had no mention of this multiplayer game, leading many to believe that is it cancelled or is it still alive? We don't know. But because it wasn't on the roadmap, people are now starting to think that that multiplayer game has been cancelled. It also doesn't help that Sony's live service push, which was in full swing up until last year, has ended up falling flat. As a result, numerous games ended up being cancelled, including The Last of Us multiplayer. According to the leak, the game would have received individual Marvel character themed seasons quarterly. Each season would have come with a battle pass and would have lasted 3 months, with each month bringing a new story act. The game would have received free content as well. The leak has also revealed that the studio's plans for Marvel's Spider-Man 2 DLC. Unless those plans have changed, the game is expected to receive 3 free DLC packs. The 3 DLC packs mentioned in an internal Insomniac Games presentation are called Beetle Infestation, Extreme Carnage and Spider-Verse Anomaly. Both Beetle Infestation and Extreme Carnage are supposed to include an open world mission and a boss fight each, whereas the Spider-Verse Anomaly was planned to be a Sony picture crossover with Spider-Verse NPCs and villains, a Spider-Verse mission and a Spider-Verse visual filter. It's unclear if these plans have since changed. I suspect they would have, given the leak. And again, going back to my earlier comments, when Insomniac Games came out with their statement pushing the Spider-Man 2 game updates to early 2024, I think this is part of their thinking now. I think we're at a phase now where I don't think we're really going to hear much from Insomniac Games for a while. I think they've got things to sort out. They've got a timeline of activity, updates to Spider-Man 2. I think they need to look at their roadmap again. So I think we probably are not going to hear much from Insomniac Games. They'll get their Spider-Man 2 updates sorted, probably announce a little bit of information about Spider-Man 2 updates, get that stuff out, and then it'll be quiet for a while until they sort out their internal timelines. The leak has also revealed that there's going to be a Venom spin-off, similar to how Miles Morales was a spin-off to the original Spider-Man game. So a Venom spin-off is very much in the forefront. It'll be a spin-off of Spider-Man 2 and the upcoming Spider-Man 3 games, and it'll kind of tie Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 together with this Venom spin-off. No idea when it's coming out. It was part of the roadmap, but we'll have to see if that changes now going forward. With the recent leak, there are 3 concept images that have also appeared online, and these 3 images are linked to the Spider-Man 2 game. So I'm not going to put them onto my channel here, but you can find them on Reset Era. Some websites have reported that Insomniac plans an online mode for Spider-Man 2, but we haven't really seen any confirmation of this so far. We did find information pertaining to a possible canned standalone Spider-Man 2 multiplayer game, but again, everything's up in the air. Rumours are flying around. It's really hard to sift through what is true and what's not, but there's a lot of information out there. So a lot of it appears to be true. So there you go, guys. That's everything we know so far about the leak at Insomniac Games. The hack is in my opinion, the biggest gaming hack of all time. Everything is out there laid bare for everyone to see the next 10, 12 years. It's a terrible shame on Insomniac Games, but it does point to these big corps. They need to look at their security systems. They need to look at their cyber security systems. They need to sort it out, because it cannot keep going on. We've had it at Rockstar Games with GTA 6, had it at Capcom with their leak. It's now happening again. It's not the first time Sony's been hacked many times before. But it's not going to be the last. There will be other studios out there that get hacked, but it's, just be careful if you're searching through social media, because you are going to come across stuff on your timeline. I've seen footage that I wish I hadn't seen on my Twitter timeline. It's Wolverine footage, but I don't want to go into that in too much detail. I don't want to give anything away, so just be careful, guys. But that's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you can do me a favor whilst you're here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next PlayStation news, rumours and leaks video.